So did you know that your heart has 5,000, yes, 5,000 more magnetic power than your brain? And most of us are using this backwards, or you're using it in the right way to really harness this power. My name is Heidi Horn. I'm the founder of the 1 Minute Reset app. And today I'm talking about some amazing aspects in terms of manifestation, in terms of your heart vibration, that is not like woohoo, but it has been backed and spoken about by Dr. James Doty. And he is a world famous and world-renowned neuroscientist. I first came across Dr. James Doty with his amazing books, such as Into the Magic Shop. And I incorporated some of these strategies with the 1 Minute Reset app and also the 1 Minute Reset book. So creating your version of what you want to manifest from just 1 minute. So here is what neuroscience has shown us, that at any one time, you are at one of two states, or in one of two states. It's either the fear state or the heart state. And it's pretty much as it states. If you are in the fear state, you have that high stress levels in your body. Your cortisol is high. You're in that fight or flight response. Your brain is scattered. You've got so much on in your mind. You might feel it not only in your mind, but also in your physical body as well. Now, this is all well and good when it only happens in very short times throughout the day, or, every second or third day. However, many of us are in this fear state pretty much all of the time. And this is not how we're meant to be. We are actually most of the time meant to be in the heart state. Now, when the heart state is happening, when your heart is open, you're feeling relaxed, you're feeling calm, you're feeling content, you're feeling loving. It's pretty much as it states. Your stress levels are lowered or controlled. And this is so powerful. And guess what? This is actually how we are meant to feel and the state that we're meant to be in most of the time. And here is what I learned from Dr. James Doty, is that your heart isn't getting orders from the brain. It's actually the other way round. The magnetic field produced from your heart is more than 5 times stronger than what it is from your brain. How mind-blowing is that? Think about that. The organ that we often associate with love and compassion and joy is actually 5,000 times stronger and more powerful than the organ that we associate with doing all of the work and doing all of the organizing and thinking of our body. It just blows my mind just to literally to think about it in this point of view. So as I said before, we're either at any one time in one of two states: the sympathetic nervous system or the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is that fear state. Parasympathetic nervous is that heart state. Fear state is that fight-flight response, which was all well and good hundreds or thousands of years ago when we were actually in real danger, being chased by saber-toothed tigers or fearing for our life in one way. And these would come on in short bursts. So we would be running away and then we would go back to that heart state where we knew that we were safe. Now we are having these fear states happening all the time. We're running late for work, we go into that fear state. We're about to present in a meeting, we go in that fear state. We're having a difficult conversation with our in-laws, we go in that fear state. We're not being able to switch off from our mind at 1 a.m. in the morning, we go into that fear state. Do we ever sometimes go back into the heart state? Many times not. We are continually in that state, in our beautiful homes, sometimes in our very comfortable beds, feeling in that worse fear state than while we were being chased by saber-toothed tigers. So what I want you to do is think about one powerful intention that you want to manifest into your life. You don't have to make it big, but it could be just something like, I'm going to spend 2 hours with my children, uninterrupted, without devices, each weekend from now on, so I can create that beautiful bond and memories that we continue. Or it could be, I'm going to have half an hour each evening to spend time doing something I love, reading, writing, meditating, yoga, whatever it is, before I go to bed each night. So something that you really believe in and it's really powerful for you. And what you're going to do with this challenge is we're going to make that intention part of what you manifest. Because remember, you manifest what you are and what you believe in. So you're going to do it and rewire it really into your brain. So instead of just doing a vision board, which is amazing, you know, you can't cutting out the pretty pictures and putting them up, we're going to go deeper. And instead of just stating some affirmations, we're going to go deeper, because we really need to let go of that fear state and let go of those limiting beliefs that we've held on for so long. So we're going to do it in a couple of ways. And I'm going to put these in the notes as well so you won't forget them. So first of all, you're going to write them down and write them in that present tense. So I am a great father that spends 2 hours with my children each and every weekend doing something that's meaningful to both of us, and also quality time off our devices so we can really create those amazing memories. Maybe a little bit long-winded, but you get the picture. So write down something and write it as if it is in the present tense. Now you might want to write it once. I like to write it a few times each day. Maybe a couple times in the morning, a couple times at night. Some people have all these magical numbers that you're meant to write it down, whether it's 30 or 40 or 369. Doesn't really matter as long as you're actually physically writing it down, because we're trying to use as many senses as we can. So we're using our hands and using that actual motion of writing it down. And then you're going to use your voice. You're going to use the sound. You're going to start to say it. So you could say it as you're writing it, or you could write it down. And then I like to look at myself in the mirror, deep in my eyes, first thing in the morning, and say it to myself, rather than just saying it where I can't actually be in tune with myself. And then you're going to close the eyes, so switch off from those senses and see it. So I want you to use your imagination, use your visualization. Now when you're seeing it, say example, you're spending that time with your children, what would you be doing? Would you be at the park, kicking a soccer ball, playing Lego, being at the beach, whatever it is? And you add as many elements to this. So you add in, what would you hear? What would you smell? What would you see? What would you taste? What the colours are, make it by 10, make it by 100, make it really bright and colourful. And mostly, what would you feel? So in that moment, while you are in that exact scene with your children or whatever else you want to have as your intention, how would you be feeling? Would you feel happy? Would you be content? Would you feel loved? Would you feel excited? Bring those in. So you want to write it, you want to say it, you want to see it in your imagination, and you want to feel it. And if you can do this each and every day, you'll start to rewire yourself from being constantly, or a lot of the time, in that fear state, in that stressed, overwhelmed state, into being how we're actually meant to feel in that heart state. So this is my call to action for you. My challenge for you this week is to take just 1 minute. Just take 1 minute and write it down, say it out loud, stop, close your eyes, see that scene and feel it in your body. If you could do that first thing in the morning, just as you're waking up. If you can do that last thing at night, just as you're falling asleep. And maybe if you've got time, you could do just 1 minute in the middle of the day as well. You can do it anytime you remind yourself. Obviously, when you're not driving, you don't want to be closing your eyes, but the more that you can do it, the more that you are changing those gears, you are shifting what your reality is. Because remember, you manifest what you are right now. So thank you for listening all the way to the end. Once again, my name is Heidi. I really appreciate you being here. See you in the 1 Minute Reset app, and have an amazing day.